Hey guys, what's going on? It's Uncle Greg with the Toys family. Today I'm going to be creating a YouTube video. This is our recruitment video. This is our very first recruitment video. We've been advertising our family in other avenues, including Supercell forums, Clash of Clans Builder, War Clans we're on now. We've been going through Twitter, and we've had some members as well from Bindle, um, as well as, of course, YouTube, as you're on right now. But we've never really created a YouTube video for recruitment information. So I think it's really a good step forward in allowing new potential members and recruits to see exactly what the Toys family is all about. We do have 3 clans with our family to suit your gaming style. Um, so, without further ado, I'd like to go through and explain the whole family. So, we are recruiting currently. Um, we have been in existence since 2013. We've had some reorganizations throughout the times. We've really, our primary clan is Dangerous Toys, and we've just most recently reorganized that, I think back in 2014, September of 2014. So we've really been around throughout the times, and we've had a good core member set that has always stuck with us and been with us since the start. So we have 3 clans in the family. Sacred Toys. Sacred Toys is the feeder clan into Dangerous Toys. So most people, depending on your town hall level, you may start out in Sacred Toys, but you may just step directly into Dangerous Toys, which is our primary clan. Dangerous Toys is now a level 6 clan. That is more of a farming and war clan. Several, a couple different wars per week with Dangerous, um, and more recently, as some members have been wanting to do back-to-back wars, we've been really stepping it up a little bit with that. And then we have Lethal Toys. Lethal Toys is currently a level 5 clan. It's more for the serious war members, so those that want to get into 3-star strategies and those that really want to do back-to-back wars and in the game to basically just to win it. So the more casual war style is like the Dangerous Toys, and um, regardless which clan you do wind up joining, we're all part of a family, so we all stick together. We teach each other. We really take some constructive criticism and wanting to improve our game, attack strategies and whatnot. So the family overview. We do have a primary chat application called GroupMe. A lot of people are familiar with Kick and Bindle and stuff like that. We've been using GroupMe for quite a while, and we find it to be the best chat application aside from, well, actually, the best chat application. Um, Often you have COC chat, where the history really gets pushed down, and the GroupMe allows us to send out announcements and just keep everybody in the loop um, to what's going on and whatnot in each clan. So each clan, Sacred, Dangerous, as well as Lethal, we all have a war-based calling group, and it's basically the DT war-based calling uh, GroupMe group. Is what it's called. So we have the LT war base calling, and we also have the ST war base calling. So each one of those signifying dangerous, lethal, or sacred. Okay. We also have a separate GroupMe for toys announcements. These are very important announcements, which um, we don't want any kind of general chit chat going on in there. It's really to announce things like, hey guys, we're in the event of we're doing a Toys Family War Party. Who's in? So we'll send out a GroupMe with a calendar invite, and those that would like to opt in for the war party would accept the invitation. We would arrange it from there. Okay, and then by default, since the Dangerous Toys clan is our primary clan, is the main clan, we do have that Dangerous Toys group, and all members, when they are accepted into Toys family, they are a member of this Dangerous Toys group. And additionally, GroupMe is required for all clan wars. We've had many times where, uh, in the past, where no, where the we couldn't get a hold of anybody to do their attacks through clan mail. It's required for all clan wars. You call your bases, you generate your specific armies. If we need to send a announcement out, hey guys, attack with this style for this base number. We can certainly do that, and we can help each other out as far as strategy goes. And feel free to mute groups that may cause excessive notifications. So we understand, everybody has a life and jobs and everything else. So feel free to mute those groups. There is an option inside GroupMe. However, we ask that you periodically check in to see if you missed anything important. You may want to mute the war-based calling groups. Of course, when you call your base or you go in, make sure nobody else called it. Okay, so within the family, we do have an open clan policy, so you're you're free to jump from clan to clan for visiting. In fact, we do actually encourage it, um, especially if you're upgrading heroes, your spell factory, or something, or if you just want to opt out of wars and just kind of get your thoughts together and your strategy and try to practice on some things before stepping into the next war. So, with this open clan policy, feel free to hop on over to another clan, dangerous or lethal. Maybe check some war attack replays. Ping some other people, ask some questions, get some input. But if you aren't going to war in the other clans, or if you're not allowed to, if you're not at the 3-star capability with the lethal toys, or we do ask you opt out of those wars. So be sure to do that. Of course, as I mentioned, if you are participating in clan wars, whether it be in dangerous or lethal, you have to be eligible. So you should keep your op status accordingly to if to your eligibility. So also, one of the cool things is that if you need better troops, go ahead, ask on GroupMe. Maybe somebody can create a troop for you in dangerous or lethal, one of the clans that have a one up on the troop level. So there's no reason why if you really need that max troop for a war attack, feel free to shoot a message out in the Dangerous Toys GroupMe group. See if somebody can give you a max drag or a max golem, or max hogs, or whatever troop you're requesting. So feel free to do that. Um, Additionally, the war stats are recorded in our toys database. It's one of the cool things that we've added, and um, one of the reasons, kind of why we reorganized back in 2014. We created a database from the ground up to record stats, and especially clan war stats. So we have everybody's average number of stars. We have number of stars you've put up against a Town Hall 8, 9, 10, what have you. The number of 3 stars, number of 2 and 1. Average number of. I mean, basically, just a lot of details. So, as you become more familiar and get involved with the clans within the family, you can certainly check out those resources, and they're pretty cool. So, it's really a given that you should be active. We will kick you if I have idled excessively. So it's really just one of those givens. You don't want to be taking up a space within the clan, and you're only hopping on once every 2 days. So keep active. Definitely keep active. I can't tell you how many people we've had actually active from the beginning, for the first several weeks, and then they just drop off. So we do notice that, and unfortunately, to keep things moving along, we will have to kick um, those that have idled excessively. If you are going on vacation, just let somebody know. We're good with that. And be sure to set your opt status for wars. We've run into times where somebody may have meant to opt out, but they go on vacation. We put them in a war and they miss both attacks. Well, ultimately, that could cost a war that has actually cost us war or two, or maybe even more in the past. So it's really just about, hey, set your opt status, be respectful, and let everybody know, hey, I'm out for the next war. So as for war rules and guidelines, as I mentioned, you must be in GroupMe to participate. That's key. Communication is key, especially in wars. Um, when from the point that you call a base, you got to strategize things. The story unfolds in a war. So everybody's calling their base. They're generating specific troops. They're going in. They're doing their attack. You know, um, if they get a 2 star, well, somebody has to go clean it up. But it's all about communication, and we've had a lot of strategic discussions when some wars were kind of critical towards the end, where maybe we had to flip a Town Hall 10 to go down lower, and then Town Hall 9 to go up top to at least get a 2 star. So any kind of discussion, strategic moves, and stuff like that, we just really need you guys to participate in GroupMe. We do have an information center that outlines our core war rules and those guidelines. So please go ahead and visit that website there, www.cadetcoc.com/toys. We do have those standard war rules apply. Those procedures apply. As I mentioned, you do call your base in the GroupMe group. Please check over in that GroupMe group to see if anybody else previously called that. Um, what you'll do is, if nobody called that, go into the GroupMe group, say, hey, I got base number so and so. That's strictly for war based calling. Any kind of strategic discussion, bring over to the actual clan discussion. So you had the DT war calling group as the actual war based calling, but then you had the dangerous toys. So bring it over to the dangerous toys, please. Um, you have to use both attacks, regardless whether or not it's a long shot for the war win. You really, really never know if you're going to lose. If the clan's going to lose unless you don't do both attacks. And if everybody had that perception, that pers, that that thinking from the start, say, hey, you know what, I'm going to only get in my one attack. I'm going to see how the war goes, and you know, if I need to do my second attack, I'll do it. But no, it just doesn't work like that. We need to always use both attacks, guys. We need to strategize some things as a clan together, and we need to go for those war wins. So, as a guideline, we do have a guideline to complete both attacks 2 hours prior to the end of the war. Of course, we understand, there will be circumstances where you might not be able to do your second attack until towards the end of the war, or maybe the start time of the war kind of interferes with you getting home from work or what have you. So, we understand that. That's cool. Let everybody know. Just shoot out a message over in GroupMe. That's cool. We also do have along with our strategy, we do have some people maybe that are better cleanup or are designated cleanup people. So those guys would often uh, wait until the end of the war to do the cleanup stuff and kind of evaluate things to in accordance to what the score is in the war. So keep that in mind. So I think everybody knows some of those guys who are more of a cleanup type. Um, you should really have both heroes available in a war, both your queen and king, as well as your spell factory. Spells are spells as well as your heroes are really critical in the war. Additionally, if you do have that you do have dark spells, you should ideally have those available as well. I believe everybody um, should have a dark spell factory by now. So keep that in mind. Get everything online. If you can't, if you don't have that stuff online and available for war, um, it's no problem. Just opt out and respect everybody else. Um, going into this war, going into the war. Okay, so going into our three clans within the family. Number one, I'm going to start off with is Sacred Toys. Sacred Toys was just recently merged into the Toys family back in July of 2015, so just several months ago. It used to be called Sacred King, so now it's brought in the family and it's taken on the Toys name. And that clan has clan wars 2 times a week. So the tentative schedule is basically a Tuesday for whoever wants to be involved in a war in Sacred Toys, and then a Friday war for more of the lower level players. But we do mix in some higher level in there because we need to donate some higher level troops. Okay, the Tuesday one is 3 p.m. Eastern, and Friday is 1 p.m. Eastern. We do have a family clan war calendar that's available. So as everybody is uh, joined into each clan, into the family, we'll provide those resources and the links for those. The requirements for Sacred Toys, you really should be a minimum Town Hall level 7. There are certain circumstances we'll take like a max Town Hall 6 or close to max Town Hall 6 uh, for that clan. So we really want to try to start out with minimum Town Hall 7 at this point. We need to set a baseline going forward because it's going to take clanmates, that much time go from Town Hall level 7 to get, a little bit more, familiar with other different attack strategies other than, giants and dragons. You can't really do much with a level 1 dragon. So Town Hall 7 really kind of sets our baseline right now. So please adhere to that requirement for Sacred Toys. We do have some second accounts and stuff in Sacred Toys, which we're trying to get up to speed prior to moving on, of course, to like Dangerous and whatnot. So, and to go along with that, you really shouldn't have a rush base. When we say rush base, we don't want a Town Hall 7 with straw walls, or we want someone that's really not upgrading, not only spending time and loot to upgrade their defenses, but really spending that time on those walls. Walls are very important. The further that you progress in town halls. So, and Sacred Toys is a feeder clan to Dangerous Toys. So, you'll start off as Town Hall 7 in Sacred Toys. You'll go through and you'll learn different attack strategies. You'll come up to speed. We'll work with you. By all means, ask questions, get your strategy down, you know, get your walls, get your base up to speed, max that thing out, and hopefully then you can move on to dangerous toys. So stick with wars, watch some war replays. During times that you opt out of wars, check out wars going on in dangerous toys. Check out wars going on in lethal toys. Check things out. So that's what we're here for. All right. So the next clan within the family is dangerous toys. As I mentioned, dangerous toys is really the core clan that we've started out with, and it's really it's just kind of like laid back, but it can get serious at times with war. So it's mostly a farming and a war clan. Then and we have clan wars 3 times a week. As I mentioned before, we more recently we've been really pushing back-to-back wars based upon clan input because everybody's I guess they have that itch, so that's a good thing, I guess. But this is our tentative schedule for our clan wars in dangerous toys. We have a Tuesday starting at 5 p.m. Eastern. We have a Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then we have a Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Now, in the event that we have a back-to-back, of course these are going to change, but we really want a day somewhere in the week that we reset our war schedule because we don't want we want to go into a Friday starting a war so that we have that Friday and then a battle day on Saturday. So that's really what we're pushing for. Okay, the feeder clan, of course, I mentioned is Sacred Toys. And the requirements to get into dangerous toys, you must be a minimum of a Town Hall level 8, and you shouldn't be a rush base. So Town Hall level 8, I absolutely recommend you maxing out all those walls and those defenses, especially going before going in Town Hall 9. Speaking of which, if you are a brand new, if you are upgrading your town hall, maybe from let's say an 8 to a 9, there are certain defenses that you will not that you should not upgrade because it adds a lot of weight into clan wars, and it really would detriment that clan war matchup. Uh, it definitely wouldn't favor a clan war matchup. If you upgraded, let's say, an Expo, and you still had, you know, those black walls, those skull walls. So really upgrade some things. You probably want to go Town Hall 8.5 before going to a true Town Hall 9. Likewise, you want to go like a 9.5 before going Town Hall 10. So there are some pretty cool YouTube videos. A lot of our members do follow YouTube a lot. They follow a lot of channels. One Hive, Swede, Clash with Maddie, and a whole bunch of others. So check out some of those resource links, of which we will provide you within our toys database. We have a separate resource tab that has some pretty cool links out there. So I recommend watching a lot of YouTube stuff and getting a little bit more acclimated to some strategies and base building and what you should upgrade next. Okay, so as you're in dangerous toys and you're getting a lot better with clan wars, with your war attacks, we're certainly going to notice a lot of uh, 3-star strategies of yours, or various attacks. We'll probably post them on YouTube. Um, we'll definitely pay attention to the toys database. See. We'll check out the leaderboard and the toys database. See the up and coming members that have been doing well and dangerous, and you'll probably be invited to lethal toys. That's our more serious war clan. So if you do have an interest in joining Lethal Toys, and maybe you weren't on our radar for some reason, just feel free to let a leader know. We'll keep an eye on your stats. We'll watch your replays. And we'll discuss things with you and everything. So, um, as I said, Lethal Toys is a little bit more of a serious clan for someone that wants to spend a lot more time with strategizing bases and communicating with other members, and the like. I mean, not to say that in Dangerous you shouldn't do that anyway if you really want to take an interest and strategize some things. Um, so going on then to Lethal Toys, our war clan, it's really meant for the more serious player. Uh, we have been keeping the wars in Lethal Toys a little bit smaller. We originally started off as a 10 versus 10, and I think we've only had maybe total 6 or 7 10 versus 10 wars, and I think we lost like 2 of them or so. We decided, all right, guys, you know what? There's too much that can go wrong with the 10 versus 10. Let's not do those. So we're really concentrating on a 15 versus 15 and more. Um, so Lethal Toys is a little bit more of a tightly knit. It's a smaller war clan for now, until we can build up on the basics of the core set of players that can be in the wars. We do have a lot of players still upgrading heroes, and they're opting out, so we're kind of trying to make sure we have the correct group in there in Lethal Toys for at least a 15-15. Okay, of course, you must have GroupMe, as mentioned before, with the other clans as well. And we try to have back-to-back clan wars. As of late, we really haven't been able to do that because a lot of guys, as mentioned, are upgrading their heroes. Um, and really, as I mentioned before, you should have both heroes available. Um, Heroes, spell factories. I mean, you should have those both available, or all three, all four, I guess. King, queen, and both spell factories. So, in Lethal Toys, we get our recruits from Dangerous Toys, as I mentioned before. So, any new potential recruits to Lethal Toys, they should uh, participate in one or more Dangerous Toys clan wars first. There are certain special circumstances. Maybe a leader would override that. Maybe somebody knows the person, or has taken a look at several replays that the player has shared out. Um, Maybe knows person from another clan or what have you. Okay, so we've had some other recruits in Lethal that we've told to go war in dangerous toys. Excuse me, dangerous toys, and we've seen they haven't been great attackers. Well, if we brought them in a lethal, unfortunately, that could have actually cost us a war. I think we actually had that in a case of a Town Hall 10. So I guess it was a good thing that we didn't bring them directly over to lethal. Um, so when members are upgrading heroes or opt out of wars, uh, members will sometimes go hang out in another Toys clan. So you'll sometimes find if a lethal guy opts out of war, is upgrading a hero, maybe he wants to go over Sacred or Dangerous and help some other guys out, maybe spectate and um, find maybe a new recruit or two. So filling clan castles with defensive troops. So during the preparation day, and this really should apply towards all clans within the family. They really should be they really should be filled ASAP, but definitely within the first 12 hours on preparation day. One of the reasons why you should really help fill these clan castles right away is so that the other clan can't see and guess what you have in the clan castles. So, if the other clan sees that you have 5 out of 30, and then all of a sudden you have, 17 out of 30, maybe you have a balloon and a witch in there. Likewise, if they see you have a 20 out of 30, well, maybe you have a dragon or something in there, you know, or 30 out of 30 right off the bat, maybe you have a hound. So, let's try to fill those right away, guys. So, we do have a 2 hour guideline. And again, this should actually apply across the board, but especially in lethal. Help prevent any kind of rushed attacks at the very end of a war. We really want the core, most of the attacks done 2 hours prior to the end of the war, because we have certain cleanup crew, we have certain people that maybe are getting home from work, and they need to select a base and generate the rest of their troops, strategize. We can't have a lot of rushing at the very end of wars. We've actually lost a couple wars, unfortunately, by rushing it at the very end. Um, and it's partially also the fault that maybe we shouldn't have started at a particular time. So let's stick with that 2 hour guideline. Okay, and then that pretty much covers the clans within the family. I'd like to go in some additional noteworthy items. As I mentioned before, in the GroupMe group, we do have a toys announcement group, so please pay attention to that. We do have some cool, things like war parties and other events. Maybe like a boosting event. Maybe we'll put together at some point where, if everybody wants to boost for a couple hours, at least you can have a quick, couple hour marching session and donate troops to each other in a very very fast manner. Um, we've held a couple war parties, and these are pretty cool. So, what the family war parties consist of is the DT and the LT guys going over. We actually get a roster together prior to the war party. We bring everybody over to Dangerous Toys, and we'll have a bigger war. It's always held in Dangerous Toys. We'll have some other cool things during the war party. At one point, I think the war party won. We actually put together a YouTube video and stepped through some bases and offered suggestions on attack strategies. So, certainly a cool way and a great way to get a little bit more familiar with other attack strategies. So we have those occasionally, and we send those out in the Toys Announcements group. Okay, as I mentioned before, then also we do have some second accounts in some of the clans. So I actually have an account in each one of the clans. I need to update the database very often, trying to get some of the other guys worked in to update the database as well. But not only that, but I do a lot of screen captures, and I pay attention to some things. So YouTube editions, such as this one, we try to make some war replays available on YouTube. Um, it's a cool way to get the family out there, get the family name out there, and allow people to see what the family is all about. So check out our YouTube page. We do have a lot of attacks posted from different clans, all three of our clans, so you can see exactly what the attack strategy, various strategies are across the board. Okay, so if you see anything that maybe we should post to YouTube, definitely let me know. Let a leader know. They'll relay it, and they'll um, uh, suggest that we publish a clan war attack up on YouTube. Okay, the toys database. It's really the cool feature I was mentioning before is that we keep track of all the stats. So check it out. You got that link right there, connectcoc.com/toys/db. All the members within the clans across the board can be viewed in the toys database. So we have all of the clan war stats. We have the clan war details. We actually have links to screenshots for each war. Um, so check out that link. All right. Once you're a member, once you're in the Toys family, we do have various member resources available to you. As I mentioned, the Toys database, we know about that. Within the Toys database, we have the resources tab. Go over to that one link right there. There's a separate tab called resources, and it contains some very useful website links. Website links like um, Clash of Clans calculator. It has um, links to different white one hive bases. It actually has very common internet bases. So if you're in a war, you notice a base that has it's very common. You've maybe seen that before. Check out the resource tab. More than likely, it is somewhere within one of those links on the resource tab. So if it's a very common internet base, you can go over there and suit your strategy style to 3-star that base. We do have a Dangerous Toys slash Sacred Toys guide. We are currently redoing some of our website, and that guide is going to be merged into the main website. So for now, you can go over to toysclash.myfreesites.net. That's a guide that was created several months ago and helping some Dangerous Toys member out with some very basic attack strategies. So if you're kind of more at the core level and you're doing a lot of dragons, you're doing go wife stuff like that, at least you can go over to that guide. It'll give you some of the fundamentals around that. All right, so I'm sorry. I was ahead of myself. So GroupMe, we use GroupMe for a lot of for most of our communication, especially when we're in wars. We have members that help each other out, and we try to map some things out for the strategy, the attack strategy style. So we with GroupMe, there are actually two interfaces to GroupMe. There's the application interface you can load on your phone, you can load on your tablet, but there's also the website interface. I don't think a lot of people know that, but the website interface is over at groupme.com, so you can access it with your computer, web browser, and it's a lot easier, in my opinion, to have your tab and then your computer side by side. You're typing on there on your tab on your computer, and you're strategizing an attack for a war attack, and you can use something like Microsoft Paint or some other graphic program to draw arrows and show somebody that, hey, you know what, I'm going to attack from here. I'm going to place 2 columns here. I'm going to create a funnel over here. I'm going to take out I'm going to send in a kill squad for the queen, and I'm going to do I'm going to send in a surgical hog attack, and this is how I'm going to execute it. So use GroupMe. That's what it's there for. At the very minimum, if you have any questions, just at least discuss it out there. Discuss just basic strategy with other members within the clan. Okay, so this is especially why we call war bases. We don't want people taking each other's bases. If you're generating a specific army for a specific base, we don't want somebody else taking your base. Likewise, you shouldn't take somebody else's base. So, and you certainly shouldn't take somebody else's base if somebody took your base just for spite. So, anyway, let's use it. Let's use GroupMe, guys. One of the things we're kind of in beta testing. We're thinking whether or not it's too geeky or if it's something that will actually help our family. Is we have a TeamSpeak server. If you want any more information about that, feel free to contact me. Uh, Catch me on GroupMe, what have you, and let's see if TeamSpeak is something that can help. TeamSpeak is a voice chat server, so you can use your tab, you can use your computer with the TeamSpeak client to connect into a server, and you can use live voice communication as well as text chat using a TeamSpeak server. Okay, so let me know if you're interested in that, and we might bring that a little bit more public to the Toys family. So within GroupMe, as I mentioned, people will often help each other out. Maybe they might take a screenshot of the base and lay out an attack strategy. Okay, this is a very similar, or this is an example to an attack strategy that I actually created for someone to show that we have two golem placements, one the CC golem and the other golem, uh, placed right there. They go inward. We create a funnel. We send in a couple wall breakers, open things up. We have some loons that are going to path in a certain direction up there, and basically, this helps map out something for an attack strategy. So, um, if you feel inclined to do something like this or to chat with somebody else on an attack strategy to help your attack out, just send a message on GroupMe. Ask for some advice. I'm sure other people will happily provide that. Okay, so your next steps. So, is this a family? Is this a family for you? You know, some people are in the game to just be casual and you know hop around from clan to clan and meet new people. Maybe not really get into a lot of strategies, like improving their game or attack strategies and 3-star strategies. So is this family for you? Hopefully with this YouTube video, it gives you a little bit more insight on three of our clans within the Toys family, and one of the clans might suit your gaming style. So ultimately, I think that since Dangerous Toys is more of like a farm and war, and sometimes it can be a little serious with the war. To as far as attack strategies and providing suggestions and whatnot, maybe Dangerous Toys would be suitable for more of the average player that wants to improve and get into 3-star strategies. So if this is a clan for you, apply. Definitely, we would love to see what you bring to the table. So check out www.connectcoc.com and apply. There's an application link on that main web page. I will get an email, or one of the leaders will definitely get an email, and we'll check you out. If you do decide to go directly to the clan, keep in mind we might be in a war, so you might be rejected, or in some cases we would accept and then kick you over with a message saying, hey, send so and so an email, or check, get on GroupMe and we'll chat there, or maybe even go to one of our other clans and we'll chat with you there. So keep that in mind. If we are in a war, it's nothing against you. We just don't want any spies. We're kind of really kind of watching over that. Um, next, I would definitely, after applying, install the GroupMe application, register yourself on GroupMe. A lot of clans actually use GroupMe, so even if we aren't the clan for you, it would be a good choice to install that just to have a GroupMe email address you can provide to whatever clan you go into. So once you do register, send an email over to toys@connectcoc.com, and one of our leaders will add you to the toys database and the GroupMe groups after accepting your application, of course. I would also suggest then to check out the toys database and the member resources that are available. Those resources and the links to those are also at www.connectcoc.com. Okay, and then if you do have any questions, feel free to ask a Toys elder or leader. Suggestions are always welcome. So contact the leader. Let us know. Whatever questions you may have. So okay, guys. Well, hey, I really hope this was a very informative YouTube video for recruiting into the Toys family. That it gives you a background of the clan or the family, as well as all of our clans within the family. So if this is the right choice for you, if this is the family you want to join long term, we certainly, you know, don't want any hoppers. So we're really looking for somebody to hang around and clash with us, and um, you know, for the long term. So we have dangerous toys. We have the hashtag right there, as well as one for lethal and sacred. Okay, and by all means, if you have any questions, feel free to just contact us over on connectcoc.com, and we'll be in touch. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, have a good one and clash on.